Hello everyone, how are you? When your family turns you like a servant, home stop feeling like home. I used to think love meant surprise, unit the day I chose Plessy over placing team. Cut to here standing by the kitchen window, sun flowing outside, reflection of fear. Light in here easy. That meant I don't just label the house. I lived the version of myself that allows ideas when my heart was serving no. The serving danger, the smell of Pinot and cinnamon usually made Christmas feel magical, but the year it smelled like exclusion. My name is Emily Carter, and the 27 I realized I was a danger in my partner house. I was the infant help. Every morning began that cost. Every night ended with Christmas. Emily did you police the self-wear. Emily, your sister needs her outfit. Ignored Emily, yet can't you be more like Jolie? My young sister Jolie, the golden child, has a small that could melt my parents' hearts. Mina only smiled to remind them of disappointment. Whenever relative visited, I was the invisibility on serving tea, clearing plates, pretending not the head of black-handed compliment. It was easier to stay quiet than to start another engagement. I could never win but silence. I learned his echoes and made her turned me into a ghost inside my own life. The breaking point. 2 weeks before Christmas, I was weeping to Kirsten County when my mother appeared in the doorway. Her arms folded, her perfume shop. Her tones roper, your sister friend are celebrating Christmas here. She sighed, smoking. Only 25 people. You'll hand the cooking, the cleaning, and the decorations. You're good at the errand you. Jolie didn't even look up from her phone. She just grinned the side. Thank Emily. You allow make things like so profit. And the moment I felt something break quality inside me, not a loud thump, just a thread sounder turning into resolve. I smiled. Of course, I sighed safety. I was the king of a small that inside a revolution behind. Politics, my mother turned stoic. She didn't notice my trembling hand. She never did the night when every day was yellow. I sat by the grove of my laptop. Florida wind break clip finds. I was paper of freedom. I broke a one-way ticket before I could talk myself out of it. As $28, the price of my place. The eavesdrop. The morning sky was plain grown. The king of life that makes everything look fries. I packed my closest quality, flocked a few moments into a sentence and left a note on the curtain's counter. Merry Christmas, I am ending that on taking care of myself. No anger, no expulsion, just released. As a closed the front door, the smell of cinnamon like just about the time I don't cook me. I reminded me that suits cold eggs, Some were also driving to the airport. I felt something I hadn't felt in years, laziness every meal else from home was a meal collection of myself. At the airport ground, I coded on no on. The silence was the most beautiful sound in the world. When the plane took off, the cones looked like cartoon comedy. Softly following, I looked out the window, and Winspire let them claim their own mess. Then time, the realization. Florida was sunlight and instant water as standard who don't expect anything for me. For the first time, I ate breakfast without rushing. We licked to the beach, barefoot flowing the wheelchair, warp around my unlucky like for Jebest. Every sunrise feel like an apology from the university for every time I was told to be cool, to obey, to despair. I week later my phone buzzed. Mon, where you are you? Joely friends cancelled. He waited elder. I stared at the message, smiled and turned the phone off. They don't disturb my explosion and I don't own. Then my explosion that night I sat by the ocean, wrapped in a blanket, the sound of waves repulsing the noise of my past, and finally sighed it quite loud. I am not their servant, I am not their shadow. I am in and that inch, a plunge, causing the light. The next feast man, I don't send gift. I send pleasure to myself. Something walking else in selfing. It scented pieces when people changed your const as a root leaping in the loudest way to say I matter do. Camera feeds with soft plano. Emily walking down a sunny pier, surgeons overhead. Charging the light, extruded vision and new bashing. The Florida air was a warm, the heavy white slope, every bird trounced like freedom. Email spent the first few days sleeping, really sleeping, the king, the health, the soul more than the body. No sorting, no dreams, no on conking, no hairdo asking where the sarsons were or what time. Dinner will be ready. She woke up one morning to sunlight, spoiling toast the curtains like echoed gold. For the first time in her adult life, she don't feel quality from doing nothing. She made herself pancakes, bronzed the first branch, and realized the sound start here. He had been so long since she'd heard her own loungers without some rules. They are easy at it. She walked along the bench everything watching the horizon, solo the sun. People passed by, family, complacent old men feeding, sergeants and the undressed. Do they canon how like they are to be seen? Stronger with King Easy on afternoon will standing in a seaside cave with her notebook. A waitress, a present here with a small you not found around. Here are you. Emily shook her hand, not just busy. You look that someone when finally got out. Their waitress sighed softly, then simply lied. Someone who finally got out. hit Emily harder than the expected. The waitress' name was Lyra, a single mother who worked double shifts to support her little boy. They started talking after every shift. Something about dream, something about deployment. Lyra didn't Judas, she don't interpret, she just listened and the quote interesting Emily found something she never had at home as a parent. Lyra introducing her to a small errand group that met by the bench every Sunday. The pointed self-language about Tarpele calls. Shared life story over limited nobody their current who her partner where or what she had run away from. They only can't that she showed up as herself. The later 2 months later, Emily came back from the bench to find a letter slipped under her model door. The handwriting spotted her coat. Her mother, she sat on the bed, hands thumbily silently before opening it. Emily, your father, so you be departmented. Julie had been a mess without you. She turned to cook for her friend and ended up burning the table cold. The house feels empty. I don't realize how much you do for US United you we are here. If I am being himself, maybe I took you for granted. I already trounced you steam because you already did. Your star, Mrs. Ew, and I miss you too. Love Mon. Emily stared at the world they once could, and appallingly but they were more than she even expected. She folded the letter and took it in inside her January. Her heart did ask the way it was to. It small filled full for the first time. She realized forgiveness wasn't about other grieving it. I was about freezing herself from carrying their wounds. The return home, 3 months after she left, emails stood at the airport again. Not running this time, returning the plane she landed in her hometown just as Son began to feel soft and forgiving. She hadn't told anyone she was coming back. The old family house looked smaller than she remembered. Light grew from the window. Lounges sprawled finality into the cold night. When the run to Blee, her mother opened the door. Surprise flickering around her face. Emily, she whispered, you come back. Emily smiled gently, only the beast inside the direction where help done. Julia was strangely in sternized, maternity under her breast when she saw Emily. Her easy wouldn't. Oh my God, you here? Julia ran and hugged her. For the first time, it was fake. It wasn't for show. It was real. A new king of cremants. The cremants night. The table was simply no roast, no noise, no prophecy. Just the four of them. Email clocked but the time by cooks. Her father wished the dish hands. Jolie set the table, launched when she break a plant. Her mother said quality. It not the hounds, Emily replied. It the people. For a long moment there was sat a silent, not the trusty king, but the faithful king. The king that said will be been broken, but weary still here. The light returned. The next morning, Emil stopped outside with a cup of coffee. Son's blanket, the ground in perfect starnings. Her sister joined here, was buried in a blanket and sighed. You were brave, and I used think you were just good, but you were brave. Email smalled. Something liberates in about running out. It about reminding who you are. They stood there watching the sunrise. Golden lights sparkling around the witch wood. Emily told about Foldora, about Lyra, about the little, about everything that spawned here. The religion that don't is on pins, the find place. She is on plate to remember she disobeyed. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe.